Hi, everybody. Welcome to the playlist where I'm going to break down some newer exercises. I'll give advancements, modifications, and some tips and tricks. This playlist here is actually an intermediate-based exercise series. I made the error of saying advanced in the actual workout video that I created, so I'll make sure to clear up all of that in the video. But just know that these are still intermediate exercises, and we will have advanced coming in the near future. Next, we have the neck pull exercise. Let's all do the exercise together, and then I'll add in my advancements and modifications for you. So let's start lying down onto our back, finding that your legs are hip width distance apart, flexing those feet, and now bring the hands behind your head, finding wide elbows. We want to roll up in one swift count, bringing the forehead to the knees. Here we go. And we're forward. I could have done that a little quicker. Now, roll the spine up, stacking the bones as you would in a spine stretch forward. I'm sitting up super tall. My elbows are wide. I start to hinge the body back. And now when I cannot control my long spine, I start to roll down the rest of the way so that I have the control in my powerhouse. And then we repeat from the beginning. So a few things to think about in this exercise. We want to initiate all of that movement from that powerhouse, from the core. Yes, and when we roll up, we want to make sure that we're not sacrificing anything with the legs. We want to make sure that the knees aren't bending, that the feet aren't lifting. Yeah, so as we roll up, making sure we're not sacrificing anything here. So if this exercise is a little too difficult to begin to work your way up, you want to start with a modification. You want to have the knees bent. They can be an inch bent, very bent. Feet can be flat on the ground. You can even use your arms to help you here, right? So let's say that we are all the way down into our back. And I'm going to do it with my knees bent. And I'm going to roll up. And then everything else is the same here. Another thing we can do is instead of keeping the elbows super wide, we can frame the elbows to our face, right? So you see how, again, my elbows are super close instead of wide. So that can be a modification. Another modification here, again, with the elbow modification, you can have the legs straight. You can play around with that. Let's say the legs are straight for this next one as well. Instead of my hands behind my head, I'm going to have my hands along the sides of my thighs. So I'm going to use this to help me roll up. I'm squeezing into my body. Yeah. I'm using the hands to help me. Yes. Those are the modifications. For advancements, we can play with the tempo. We can see what feels good in our body. If we go faster, sometimes that's easier, sometimes it's harder. We can go slower, right? You get it. So you can play with the tempo here. And then another thing that we can do to make this exercise harder, when we are taking that part when we go backwards, when we're hinging back or we're rolling down, let's eliminate the roll down. So to make this an advancement, stay with a long spine the whole way down. I'll try it, but try it with me. So we're going to just stay flat the whole way down. And we're going to try not to tuck the pelvis right there or lift the feet like I did. Yeah, so that's super, super difficult to do. That is an amazing advancement to work all the way up to. And I believe that's everything for this one. Be safe with your bodies and leave any questions or comments below.